Hello, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Patio Heat channel, where we provide visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Send your request into designs@patioheat.com for your personalized recommendations. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decisions for your applications. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so we have this residential application here. This is from a viewer, and I thank you for sending this request to me. Let's go right into the overall dimensions that I have. So overall dimensions, I have 20 by 18. And then you can see, I didn't have the actual height, but you can see here I have the bottom of the rafter beam here coming down at 8'4". And then I have the height of the beam here. This is a 12-inch tall beam. I have this at 9 feet off the finished floor. And then you can see the slope that I have here. This is the information I did receive. The slope I have at 1 foot to 4 inches. And this rafter beam here is roughly about 12 foot 1.5 inches long. And up here I have the top edge of the rafter beam as it meets here in the center. I have that at 12 feet and 2 inches off the finished floor. This is all open beam, and let's go ahead and look at what we might do. So another thing I just might mention here is that the total square footage I have is at 360 square feet. And for something of that size, you want something that's about almost 100,000 BTUs to heat up the entire space properly. And so the question that I was asked was, how many 6,000 watt units would be required for something like this? And the true number would be 4.8 units if you truly wanted to heat up the whole entire space evenly. All right, let's go ahead and look at some of the options. One question that was asked is whether or not 2 heaters could be used, and if that would be sufficient to heat up the space. What I've done here is I've taken 2 of the 6,000 watt units and placed one on each corner or each end. And on the 6,000 watt unit, when you place it on a vertical surface and angle the heater down from straight out downwards, then you need to maintain a clearance of 12 inches from the top edge of the heater to any combustible surface above. And so that's what I've done there. And you can see that even with this 12-inch beam that I've placed, the bottom edge of the bracket itself is actually going beyond the 12-inch beam that I have there. So just keep that in mind, and let's go ahead and see what kind of footprint of heat that we would have with 2 units. So with 2 units, we would have pretty much a little bit more than half of the space would actually be penetrated by the heat ray itself, but the intensity of the heat ray wouldn't be adequate for really these sitting positions here or here, nor would it be very adequate for this position here. Now, if you were sitting over here, I would say yes, and yes, it would be adequate enough. But as the beam travels, it depletes in its intensity. So the further away it goes, the less intense it becomes. Now, here you can see that there's some nice crossover rays, so that this position here might be a little bit more acceptable than just this position over here, because you have the 2 rays coming across here. But for the most part, you get a maximum 11-foot throw from left to right here. And that's what this would actually look like. But I wouldn't say, and especially for a very cold climate, this would be a very comfortable application here. So let's go ahead and look at what another option might look like, and another option of using 2 units. I have these at 9 foot center to center, so from here to here. And I'm not sure if I mentioned this before, but from the center here from here to here would be the center point of the heater here. But in any case, these heaters are at 9 foot center to center. I have them placed so that they are facing straight down to the finished floor. And with this, you actually need to make sure that you're maintaining a clearance of 6 inches when they're straight down. Let's go ahead and look at the clearance above. You can see here that we are penetrating a slight bit of the actual rafter beams here, so you'd have to move the heaters down just slightly. You could put a spacer on top here, or you could just simply, you know, get the extended bracket and just move it down 2 additional inches, and that would give you the proper clearance. So the extended bracket, they have at a 2-inch extension, a 4-inch extension, and a 6-inch extension. So that would be an overall, you know, 12, 8, or 10, 12, or 8-inch total distance on the bracket itself. So, but let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat and see what that would look like. And that footprint of heat would be fairly decent for the entire space here because it would be uniform. Number one, there is a little bit of crossover rays here. And would you actually, you know, feel the heat if you were sitting in this position here? Yes. This is the footprint that I show here is what the recommendation from the manufacturer is, that is the total coverage. However, heat rays and, you know, infrared light wave does bend, stretch, and there is rays that are out here, they're just not as intense, and so those overlapping rays would make this place here feel fairly comfortable. So sorry about that. In any case, that would be 2 units, and that would be mounted, you know, more pointed straight down here. So all right, let's look at the final option, and this would be probably my recommended option, which would be using 4 of the 6,000 watt units. And you can see here there's still 9 feet center to center, and you would need that extended bracket or to drop this so that you are meeting that clearance to combustibles, as well as the clearance below the heater. I didn't show this on the last couple, but in this particular application, you want to make sure that you're not hitting the beam, because we have 2 units here now on each side. We don't want to penetrate the wall here, nor do we want to penetrate the beam over here. So you need to make sure that you have at least 18 inches from the beam to the edge of the heater, and at least 18 inches from the wall here to the edge of the heater on this side. And that will give you the proper clearance. So let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. Footprint of heat, you can see it's about the same as the other, and that you know, you're getting a complete coverage for the most part. I'm not quite sure of the seating position for this particular application, but you can see if there is seating out here around the edges, then this would be a perfect application that would extend your patio season. So I think that's about it. Let's go ahead and just look at the distance that I actually have apart from each other. Again, the most important is the clearance, but let's see what this distance truly is. Let's see if I can grab a hold of that real quick. Sometimes this does not want to grab. Let's see if I can. Yeah, let me see if I can do it. There we go. All right, and we'll go to this edge here. There we go. And looking at that, you can see that they're approximately 8 foot center to center, I believe is what that says. And yeah, okay. And I think that's about it. All right, so that would be your overall coverage. One other thing too is you could, you know, make a slight change in the angle of the heater itself. You could possibly change it maybe, you know, 3 to 5 degrees, and we'll go ahead and give that just a little quick shot here. And let's try that one more time. And we'll just change that. Let's go with 5 degrees first of all. See what that angle looks like. Now you got a lot better crossover ray. So yeah, that would probably be my best option, is just doing a 5-degree tilt in towards the center, and now you can see the rays have a better crossover. We are missing a little bit more of the outer edge here, but there might be a railing or something of that nature around this edge here. But this would be a very, very warm area now. So all right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you'd like us to review your plans, send your information into designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve. Please tap that like button if you find this video useful. We don't advertise, not monetize. YouTube does not promote our channel in any way unless we receive a thumbs up from our viewers. We truly appreciate you hitting that like button. Thank you so much. Have an excellent day.